Why can't you be more like the capybara rats? Ah, yes, the glorious capybara, the role model that all rodents should aspire to be more like, honestly. You only live like 3 years? You'd think they'd want to make the best of it, you know? Why make war when you're only going to be around for 3 years? It's much better to make love. Maybe some friends for the future. Okie dokie. Nice, we get water potion right away, which is good because I forgot to empty out my chaotic polymorphine. Maybe it'll come in use sometimes. We can turn ourselves into some kind of scary beastie friend. See how that goes. Make Lovecraft, not Warcraft. Exactly. Not at all terrifying of a prospect. It's funny how that turn of phrase very much changes the connotations on both ends of that. Creepy existential horror beasts and all that good stuff. What is the, I'm trying to remember what the like baseline creed of all like Lovecraftian stories is, and it's like a lack of understanding and a hopelessness for all the people involved or something like that, is it not? I'm a big fan of existential dread, so that's fit. And you admit that you stole that from Oglaf, a webcomic? No worries, that's where all jokes truly come from. I mean, is there such thing as original content these days? I definitely am guilty of just such because I often just steal my jokes straight from chat. It makes my life a heck of a lot easier. I even have a t-shirt for it. Fantastic. I feel like I've heard of Oglaf before, but I don't believe that I've ever read it. Would you recommend? Every once in a while I go on binges where I get into webcomics a little bit, but it's definitely been a little bit of a stretch since. Most of the webcomic knowledge that I have, what limited that may be, comes from my partner who reads a decent number of them. Oglaf is a very dirty comic, but it is hilarious dirty, not like smutty dirty. Sounds fantastic. As much as I like to generally keep our show here clean, I would say that I'm a little bit more... I'm not crude in real life, but I definitely don't mind a dirty joke or two. Oh jeez. Oh me, oh my. You'd strongly recommend it? I'll have to check it out sometime then. I feel like you're not the first person who's spoken... Immediately my brain wanted to say spoken like not ill, because speak ill of blah 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 is so much more common of a phrase, but so many people have spoke well about it, I guess. Maybe as we continue to stream today, my brain will click into gear, because I feel like my ability to speak and actually impart what I'm going for is not exactly stellar, but what else is new? Just another Wednesday, my dudes. Okie dokie, let's definitely break in for a little bit of treasure here. That, oh, sounds lovely to me. Turns out we'll just completely destroy that treasure chest. Whoopsie daisies. Well, I guess that one does not get to belong in a museum, but that's fine. We'll just start whistling and keep walking here. I definitely had no part in that whatsoever. You all saw it, right? Oh, oh dear. Oh no. Stay back, you foul beasts. Jeez Louise. No, no. Do you know what? I'm just gonna bomb here. I don't feel very safe. Oh no, stop that. Please, sir. I'm actually, I was just leaving. Oh no, oh no. I'm in trouble. I'm on fire. If I do read it, it's one of those comics where I want to take my mouse, do a little hoverino, and read the alt text. Well, that's cool. Is there a lot of, like, it's not quite fourth wall breaking, I guess, in that aspect, right? That's more so, oh, just extra narration, maybe, is the best way to phrase it. But I like that. I'm very much a fan in like movies and stuff back when DVDs were still a thing and we didn't just experience everything from streaming services. I was always a big fan of watching like commentaries and stuff like that because I love hearing the inside jokes, the little anecdotes and stories that people pick up along the way. Definitely adds a nice little bit to the entire experience. You suppose that I literally miss half the jokes if you don't read the alt text? Good to know. Now you've just got me very curious. Unfortunately, because I have no actual experience with the content, I'm diving into what you could mean by that, kind of things to take away, but I'll have to wait and see, try it out sometime over the next week. Oh, Oglef is clever? Yeah, see, I feel like so many people, or pretty much anyone that I've talked to who has read it, has had a very similar opinion. Nothing but good things to say. Used to like it, not just for the sex joke. Yeah, you read it for the articles, right? But in all seriousness, I will have to check that out sometime. I'm always, as many of you regulars may know, I'm always down for suggestions from the audience because I absolutely adore getting brought into new media properties, whatever that may be, and getting to experience new things. Always fantastic. Okie dokie, as we get to Holy Mountain, we have a little bit of a moment here. Exactly. Yes, I too, as a fellow scholar, just read Oglef for the articles, for the science, of course. I say as if I have any idea as to what I'm talking about when I really don't. So hopefully that joke tracks. Sometimes you just gotta shoot your shot and hope you don't miss. Let's see, is there anything else we want here? How long have I been playing Noita? So I feel like I've been playing it for probably around like 6 hours total, though my gameplay today definitely would not be indicative of that. I promise you, we will get better as we warm up, but I guess to put it as a more qualitative statement, we've gotten down to 1 floor past the Hisi base level, so I don't remember it very well because that was just once, and we've explored a few of the different secrets, collected like 2 or 3 orbs, if that means anything to you. So relatively new, but enough experience to know that I'm in for a wild ride each and every run here. 6 hours total, and so just barely scratching the surface on how complicated this game can be. That's exactly what I've heard. Yup. Last time around we had a lovely chatter who was helping me out with some of the aspects and explaining some of the kind of niche qualities, and that's how like I first found an orb. I had no idea that there were tons of little secrets and knickknacks kind of hidden away. Slowly but surely figuring it out. And so for instance, there's a recent comic about glowing breasts, and the alt text for the comic is, "My tits glow and that's why I wear a candelabra." Oh me oh my. See, the perfect meeting point of jokes. When you have like crude dirty humor and you put it together with a dad joke, how could I not like it? Throw me a pun and you pretty much have guaranteed that I'll be running out to check it out the next time around I get the opportunity. Okie dokie. So we get a couple of perks here again. No wand tinkering. Wands cannot be tinkered with, but enemies may drop blood money. With only 2 wands and just the basic ones to add, I don't think we can afford to take that. Even in our limited experience, that seems like a truly horrible idea. A divine blessing allows you to tinker with wands everywhere. I guess we could take this. You got a lewd dad joke for me? Lay it on me, go for it. Yeah, I think there's something about the confluence of the dirty mixed with the most, I was gonna say the most, like, innocent of jokes. But, depends on what kind of dad you have, right? Well, just absolutely murdered ourselves. I don't think we even got hit by an enemy there, just 2 of our own Giga Blades right to the face. I mean, I'd be lying if I said it was the first time such a thing happened, but it still hurts, just a little bit. Why couldn't the male fortune teller have kids? Why not? Nothing, no joke spoilers come to head immediately. Because he has crystal balls. I mean, you're not wrong. What a unfortunate life story for the poor fortune teller. Was he born with them? Was it some kind of surgery? Who knows? Who knows? Do I ruin the joke when I dissect it like this? Maybe. You could argue. Okie dokie. Let's hop into this again. Double spark bolt. And again, the fire bolt. Bit rough. Hey, Brain, you like the Twitch integration that they have for Noita? Once we start getting confident, I should turn it on. Yeah, you know, I looked at that the first time we hopped on, and then I haven't really given it much of a shot since. What kind of outcomes does it have, or what kind of aspects, I guess, effect does it have on gameplay? Because I'm definitely interested, especially, yeah, if people think that they'd have fun interacting with it, I'm all for making it a more fun experience for all of us involved. Now it makes it better, it adds to the fortune teller's misfortune. But do we really have to lay it on thick? I mean, they've already got crystal balls. I mean, what if they wanted a family? Truly tragedy. Cat gets to mess with you? Ooh, that does sound pretty fun. Especially since I don't know if we'll ever get to a point where I'm feeling confident per se. I feel like that might be a ways off, but interested in a little bit of chaos? Now you've definitely got my attention. So maybe even after this run we can try it out and see what kind of aspects it has going for it. Excuse me, friend. I'm trying not to hit the extremely flammable device right above my head or the explosive barrel behind you. A little bit of a, oh geez, threading of the needle here. But no, that sounds absolutely fantastic to me. We'll give it a shot for sure. Oh dear. If it requires any, like, setup time, then we might have to wait for next week, but otherwise, very much game for it. Thanks for mentioning that, Brain. I'd completely kind of forgotten about it after going through the options on day 1. Ooh, and a little bit of a wand for me, you say? It's not bad. Not exactly great, but could definitely give it a shot. Yeah, you hope that integration for interactivity with streaming audiences catches on more? Agreed, yeah, I think that there's a lot of fun that can be had for that. I mean, something that I very much enjoy doing in my personal life with, like, friends and family are playing the, is playing the Jackbox series of games. And that one I've always really enjoyed for that aspect in particular, when people play it on Twitch and you get a whole lot of interactivity, being able to play in the audience and all that good stuff. Just more fun for everyone involved, really. Oh, jeez. Okay. Have to wait for a bit of a recharge here. Now, DCSS Twitch integration, on the other hand, would be nothing but summon Orb of Fire. Summon Orb of Fire. Summon Melmutator. Summon Orb of Fire. Aren't we having fun now? Now that you've got me thinking about it, I'm interested. Safe it. I can't live without the Twitch integration here. Panhammer. Yes, indeed. Unfortunately, the bots are live and strong here. One of these days, I'm gonna have to actually get a moderator because I've been doing okay with self-moderation so far in my Twitch. I mean, career seems a little bit too big of a word. I guess I've technically made money off of it, but my Twitch experience at the very least. But one of these days, I'll have to figure that out. anybody has any experience, definitely let me know. You used to like the you don't know Jack, except when the questions were super obscure, silly things. It definitely is a bit of a problem sometimes. That's the funny thing about trivia. I love doing trivia so much, but there's such a like distinction between the fun kind of trivia and when it gets a little too niche, and you end up just getting not exactly frustrated, because I feel like fortunately frustration is not an emotion I feel too much in life. I feel very lucky for that, but definitely doesn't quite grab the interest, even for a trivia lover like me, because I'm not too intelligent in any specific category, and instead I have an approximate knowledge of many things. Or how are you supposed to sell the surplus of viewers you have at Dave Viewporium? Oh no, woe is you. I'm always curious whether there are any streamers who see those options and think, you know what, I do want big follows. Sign me up. Unfortunately, I think that there may be, and I feel sorry for anybody who gets suckered into it. Even saying that, using that verbiage makes it seem like it's their fault, which it really isn't, because if you don't have experience in those kinds of things, you might, you know, be drawn in by the alluring appeal of the whole matter. Zircium? Well, hopefully this doesn't blow up in my face too much. And yeah, the absurd things, like what was character who existed for 2 episodes on an 80s sitcom's last name? What was their favorite food and their birthday? Yeah. But then, of course, I'd probably be saying something different if we were doing some obscure trivia that I'm a fan of, because it's totally different when it's something that I like, of course. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Please, I want the heart. Don't collapse and destroy it. I don't think it will. Hopefully not. But it seems like a discredit to the location, since I'm mentioning it in the context of just talking about negative quizzing experiences. But I used to do like a pub trivia night with my family, a couple of my family members, and it has been too long since I did that. Tomorrow night is trivia night at your local brewery. It's been really fun the last 2 times. So yeah, that's awesome. That's my favorite context for quiz nights. You know, have some good food, a few drinks, some laughs with friends, and just have a good time. And those ones are also generally where you get into a lot of the, like, you know, little bits of knowledge from across the board, because they know their audience. They know that people are just there to have a good time, you know, get a little bit silly. So there usually are a lot of questions that I feel like even if I get them wrong, I at least feel for that moment that I may actually know something in my life, and that's always brilliant. Let's try out this one real quick with Chain Bolt. Recharges pretty fast. That's pretty nice. The couple who runs it are pretty good about spraying out the topics and decades. Yeah, that's awesome. Especially if you're going with a group. Like, I know when we went, we never really, you know, strategized. We didn't care a whole lot about winning. It was more about having fun. But just the way that our families kind of shook out, it was really fortunate, because we had, you know, the couple of sports people, and then we had a couple of, you know, science people who really got into like physics and chemistry and that kind of stuff. And so you get the full spectrum of that approximate knowledge and things. You guys just want to be able to do this. Let's take a look real quick while we're safe in our mountain. Oh geez, now that's an orc army. I mean, Ultraviolent 4 always was the master, so it definitely makes sense. Oh, that's a lot of fun. Hey, Callie, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. Always lovely to see you. Slime near you spontaneously turns into fungal creatures. They do sound like fungis. That could be nice. You summon a monstrous tentacle upon taking damage and gain 25% resistance against projectiles. Resistance seems nice. But I don't like revenge effects. Hillarks only want one thing, and it's absolutely Messiah. Agreed, agreed. I mean, wouldn't you, though? But okie dokie, what do we want to take here? I have no idea. You know what, let's meet some fun guys. I feel like there's too much negativity in the deep dark caves these days. Everyone's just looking for some fun guys to hang out with. Oh geez. Didn't realize what shot we were on. I want to use this. There we go. Put it out, stop, drop, roll. Stop, drop. There we go, fantastic. Brilliant start to section number 2 here. Never didn't have it. Let's just get rid of those immediately. You know, starting to realize, probably should have just taken the slimes off of this weapon. Oh, jeez. Is that gonna hit me? I think that's a bullet right there. Maybe it's just a bit of, like, halo effect from the wand, but regardless, too close for comfort. Prickly spore pod. More fun guys? Summons a spore pod that attached to surface, then grows and explodes into spikes. Huh. How about that? Formation above and below. Cast 3 spells ahead, above, and below the caster. Oh no, and it's all gonna be prickly spore pods? Oh, me oh my, that seems frightening. But also kind of fun. Do you know what? I don't really need this one. Let's get rid of it. Let's try not to get ourselves murdered. Oh gosh. Stop it. Stop it. I'm experimenting over here. I'm sciencing. Get off my back. You like that their philosophy is someday the Messiah will come for the orb and we can test if it's the Messiah by trying to kill him. Is there any other way? But no, it is pretty fantastic. Oh jeez. Hello friend. Did you? That's our old wand. You can't do that. That's illegal. Hold up. Trying to use my own shenanigans against me? You fool. It's clearly the most definitive way. I mean, how else are you gonna tell? Honestly. Even an idiot can gain a following of hundreds of orcs, but only the true Messiah will just not die forehead. Okay, everyone calm down. Everyone stop. Jeez Louise. I feel like no chill on these monsters. I mean, again, maybe I'm invading their home and all that, but just relax. You know, like most horrible people say to justify their actions, it was just a joke. Jeez Louise. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. So what we're saying though, I guess, Dr. Pirate, is that maybe even in this game I'm the Messiah, maybe in almost every video game ever, we're just the Messiah, and you know, everyone's not trying to murder us out of negative energy or any kind of thing like that. It's of course just because they care about us and want to see if we're the true Messiah, so gotta respect the hustle. Okie dokie, we are still doing okay when it comes to health. Oops, okay, let's reset that real quick. There we go, much more better. Fantastic. We probably should go around a bit more. I'm worried that I'll get killed, but we know what area comes next, and it never goes very well if we're not prepared. So, with that in mind, let's try and get some fancier things going on here, shall we? You prefer the Omni Messiah? Ah, Imperator. I'm guessing that's a Warhammer if I had to guess. That's something I need to get more into at some point. I really enjoy the kind of space marine fantasy genre. I think that it's really fun. Cool space to play in. I really have no excuse not to have gone into it, especially when I was younger, because one of my cousins was a big fan, and I very much enjoyed talking about it with them. I feel like there are just only so many incredible series that I can actually spend the necessary time to get into. It is Warhammer 40k, thought so. Yeah, Warhammer 40k is a lot of fun, for sure. I've played some of the games, but that's about as far as my knowledge of the warrior priests goes. Yeah, have you like read many of the books or gone into the game series as well? There's so many different avenues now to get into that universe, I guess, which is pretty fantastic. Let's. Oh, I didn't. Oh my gosh, I'm almost dead. Why didn't anyone tell me? Oh me, oh my. Oh gosh. Okay, don't step in there. Yishka. Very carefully navigate the death trap. Oh no. You hear the cocking of a shotgun, you're walking around a blind corner in the dark, and all of a sudden that... Oh dear gosh, my heart drops. Well, here's the thing, do I hate money? Because if I hate money, 40k will take it off my hands for me. You're a wargamer and a model painter? Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, I think that I've done a decent amount of painting, again, with my cousin. But we have only actually tried to do the wargames aspect of Warhammer once, I think. And it was really cool. I very much enjoyed it. But unfortunately, just never really had the opportunity or the piece in place to try it out again. But that's very sweet, David. That's cool.